guys on this very cold autumn afternoon. It has been cold for the past like 3 days, I feel like. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello, welcome. My name is Dee and I make videos about motherhood, lifestyle and fitness. And today's video, I swear the title is not a clickbaity thing. It is the truth. I am a single mother now. Whoop whoop. I don't know if I should be celebrating. Actually, yes, I should be celebrating. Whoop whoop. I'm just drinking coffee and I'm gonna be doing my makeup. I'm literally sitting at home in sweatpants, my slippers, and this little bodysuit. But I feel like just being cute, you know, because I'm exhausted. I've been in bed all day today because I'm tired from single motherhood, and I just thought I'm gonna take this Monday off. So that's what I'm doing today, and I want to look cute while I read my book today. So let's get my makeup done, and I'm going to tell you how I became a single mother, when I became a single mother, how single motherhood is going. And of course you can ask all the questions in the comment section, and if I feel comfortable enough, I will share. Let's get into this video. A few house rules before I begin. Number one, please be kind in the comments, otherwise your comment is going to be deleted. I don't have time for negative energy. Number two, give this video a like. Okay, that's all. Let's get started. I'm gonna be doing my makeup. Like I said, I just want to look cute while I sit at home. So let's backtrack, okay, to October last year. In October last year, I announced my engagement. Hey, I feel like I got engaged on like the 20th or the 22nd of October. And if you haven't seen that video yet, I'm gonna link it in the icon above and in the description box. I tried to tweeze my brows a little bit this morning, and I just feel like I let them grow so much that I don't even know what I was doing. So I don't ever get my brows done like professionally. I just sort of trim them myself. I feel like I need to chop them up here a little bit, but anyways. So yeah, I got engaged last year. The ring was beautiful. It is still beautiful. Yeah, I still have the ring. And I feel like I should do a separate video about, I'll try and include those details in this video. But I got engaged last year, and I remember announcing it on my Instagram, and one of my friends said, details, she lives in Cape Town now, details, when did this happen, we need a vlog, we need whatever. So there was never a vlog about that. I just sort of like put up this video that was saying, hey, I'm engaged, and just showed you the video. There was no vlog of actually showing the engagement, you know what people usually do on YouTube, and what I would have loved to do as well, because I love to vlog, you guys know that. And one of my goals this year was to not miss an upload, and I've missed one, I think, so far, which is not bad. So I plan to upload once a week this year. Last year I was uploading often, like 3 times a week, I think. And since I've deleted my Instagram account, I just feel like it's not necessary to upload more than once a week. Like sometimes I feel like if I do have a video ready, I'll put it up, but like as long as I upload once a week, I'm fine with it. So anyways, I didn't give you guys an engagement vlog last year because there really was nothing to vlog. How I was proposed to was that I was sitting at home, literally in my pajamas. Zion and I were both so sick. Zion had a fever of like 40 degrees. I also had a fever. I honestly thought it was COVID. I went to get tested. It came back negative. They put me on a drip at the hospital, and then boom, that night or that evening when my father's son came home, he proposed to me. And I sat on the couch. Literally, I was sitting on the couch in my pajamas, in my pink satin pajamas. I sat on the couch and I cried, and I feel like he thought maybe I was crying. I told my mom this recently and she was so sad. Shame. And maybe he thought I was crying because of like tears of joy, but there was honestly no tears of joy. I was crying tears of disappointment. I was mourning, actually. That's why I was crying when he proposed to me, because we went on a hike over the weekend of the Human Rights Day weekend. Was it after my birthday? I feel like yes, it was after my birthday. So there was a long weekend. Anyways, we went on a hike. That place where there's a waterfall, I don't even know, I think it's called Cradle Moon, that area. We went there. I thought that I was gonna get proposed to by the waterfall. Girl was wrong. I got proposed to while I was sitting in pajamas. I was crying. I was mourning the fact that I don't have a vlog. I don't have an engagement vlog. I was mourning so many things. I feel like at this point I already knew that this is not it, okay? As much as I did say yes, I just feel like this is not it. I was mourning the fact that I did not have an engagement vlog. My life is not turning out the way that I had imagined as a little girl. I always imagined that I would have this cute little setup. Even freaking rose petals in, I don't know, an Airbnb that's beautiful, or in a private dining room at a restaurant, something, you know. And I'd imagine like he would tell me, be ready by this time, meet me at this point, make sure to bring your vlog camera and vlog, blah blah blah. Girl or boy, if you're watching this, I had none of that. So I was mourning the fact that I missed that. I was mourning the fact that I didn't have a maternity shoot. I was mourning the fact that I didn't have a newborn shoot, which was nobody's fault. The newborn shoot was nobody's fault because it was lockdown. So I did have a photographer that actually approached me to do my newborn shoot, and because of lockdown we couldn't have a newborn shoot. And so I have photos of my, you know, my own that I took at home and stuff, but I was mourning all of these things, and I was just mourning the way that my life turned out, and yet I still said yes. And I feel like I already knew that this relationship was just doomed. So I'm gonna give you a heads up, if you don't have a snack, go grab a snack, because this video is going to be long. There's so many things that I want to share on here. I might even do a part 2 depending on how long this one is. So I'll wait. Go get a snack. I've got tea, coffee. So I really felt like I could feel that, what am I even doing? I'm not getting the things that I wanted. And you might think like, oh, that's so silly, that's not important. I don't give a shit, honestly. If as a man in my life, you don't want to celebrate Valentine's Day, you don't want to celebrate Christmas, you don't want to do cute photo shoots every year, I've promised myself at the end of this year I'm gonna have a photo. Okay, I already had one last year. I'm gonna have another photo shoot with my son this year, because those are things that I value. If you don't want a family photo shoot every year, why are you here? Okay, because I want to keep photo albums and look back on them. So I even lost my train of thought. What? Okay, so I already knew. I just felt like, even before the engagement, in my heart of hearts, I knew that I want out of this relationship. But you know, you just never follow through until you just like, I'm done, I'm out. So I remember the one day I was coming back from seeing my therapist, and I was chatting to my friend. Shout out to you, Melissa. I was chatting to my friend Melissa, and I was telling her that, girl, I was sending her a voice note as I was walking up the stairs, and I was like, after the session that I just had with my therapist, I already know that this man is not my husband. And yet, for some reason, I still said yes when he proposed to me. So I was dishonoring myself. I was just ticking boxes. Like, I don't know whose boxes I was trying to tick. I was just not being true to myself. Maybe people pleasing, really, because, you know, I have a child with this man, and a lot of people would expect that, okay, the next step would be for us to get married. So I'm here ticking people's boxes, but I'm not ticking my own box. At the end of the day, I'm going to bed crying. I'm depressed AF. We'll get into actually why I fell into a depression in another video. When I think about that, I'm just like, wow, girl, you've been through a lot. So I'm not ticking other people's boxes. I'm not ticking my own boxes. I'm unhappy AF, but I'm just saying yes, even though he proposed to me, right? And then, so October, I got engaged. Fast forward to December. We had Christmas, New Year's. I remember on New Year's Eve, we had a little toast with my non-alcoholic Bev and his champagne. And like, yay, cheers, we made it through 2021 together. Came the 3rd of Jan, that fateful day, the 3rd of January 2022, so this year. So it's been about 3 months since I moved out. And the 3rd of January the tea. The 3rd of Jan 2022, okay, is the day that I left, okay. Okay. Now, if you follow me on TikTok, if you don't follow me on TikTok, first of all, I'll wait. Go down in the description box. Right at the bottom, there's a link. You must follow me on TikTok. It's Zion and Mommy, at Zion and Mommy on TikTok. So I've got this viral TikTok that went viral last year, where I was talking about how my ex's mother was very disrespectful towards me. She was verbally abusive towards me, blah 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 blah. She came to my house unannounced, blah blah blah. So this video caught wind and obviously reached her, which I really don't care about. She was meant to see that, because if you want to be spoken nicely about, you better be nice, okay? So from the beginning, they did not like me. They being his family, they didn't like me. And I'm not even going to go into details about why they didn't like me, because like, what's there not to like? What's there not to like? But if you want to see why they didn't like me, go into the TikTok video that I'm talking about. And so they didn't like me, and you know, it's that thing of Emakoti should, Emakoti must, Emakoti me, a whole me. Out of all the millions and the billions people, you looked at me and thought that I gave up. I honestly swore that I wouldn't be laughing and making TikTok jokes on this video, but it's just so funny for me. So on the 3rd of Jan, the mamas came to our home to talk about why it is that I'm making TikToks about her, blah blah blah. And that day I told myself that I did not tool. I kept quiet all along when she was being mean and disrespectful and verbally abusive, and I just told myself that day I'm not going to keep quiet. I'm done keeping quiet. I keep quiet a lot, like when I'm shocked and when people are talking to me sideways, I keep quiet, and then afterwards I have like imaginary conversations about, you could have said. I said no, that day I'm not going to have any imaginary conversations. They're all going to be verbal. And so I let her have it. Like, I was not quiet. I just told her, you know what, you were disrespectful, blah 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 blah. This is not the 1900s where, you know, makoti must be seen and not heard. You actually have to be respectful. You know, respect goes 2 ways. So anyways, shit hit the fan that day, and I said, you know what, actually I shouldn't even be here. So I'm gonna pack my bag. I took my big ass suitcase, packed all of my belongings, most of them, into it, and moved back to where I am right now. Basically moved back home. I moved back home, and at that time it was like, I'd say like 6 p.m. So it was almost time for Zion to go to bed, and so I left him there and said I'd come fetch him the next day. I took the ring off, gave it back to him, and then said cheers, bye. And I haven't been back since, and I'm not going back there. And so yeah, that's how I became a single mom. Obviously I feel like this is a very simplified version. What I'm telling you right now is a very simplified version of like what was going on. And another thing is that when I look at it, it's like, oh, surely Abadi, surely you couldn't have just packed your bags because of this conversation. No, it was a number of things, right? So there were so many things that I won't go into detail with, that I always had a question mark about. And for me, that conversation with the mamas was the nail in the coffin. That was just like the straw that broke the camel's back for me, because I just felt like, you know what, why would I leave my home, you know my surname, Siduruman, why would I leave Siduruman and go that side where I'm being abused verbally? When I tell my fiance about it, he gaslights me. He tells me I made things up. When his mother's there, he's not defending me. He's throwing me, instead of defending me, he's throwing me under the bus. Where there's always a question mark, like, what is going on? I don't like to be around, I don't like being in places where I have to question your intentions, or question your transparency, or question the truthfulness of your nature. I don't like to be in that. I like things to be straight cut and clear. Like, for me, if you're around me, if I tell you this brush is black and you can't see it, you can trust that the brush is black, because I'm just the type of person. I'm not a person that swindles people. And I'm not saying that he swindled me, no. I'm just saying that I'm not a person that you cannot trust. I'm a person you can trust. I'm a person of my word. Yeah, but I was saying I'm a person of my word, and I also just felt as though I stopped, how can I say this? I was really, and it ends with us covers this topic very well. I was always moving the post in terms of my boundaries, and that's really how it is. Hey, I can't wait to review that book, It Ends With Us. I've recently just finished it. I was always moving the post in terms of, okay, you did this wrong, it's okay, I'll forgive it. And then the post, like, if my boundary post is here, and I've said, okay, this is an absolutely non-negotiable boundary, that if it's broken, it's a deal breaker, and then you break it, then I'll move the post to here now. And so that gives the person that has broken this boundary or dishonored this boundary the impression that she's always going to move her post for me. And indeed, I was moving the post here and here and here, to the point where I just couldn't do it anymore. I think that's also why I left. I just couldn't do it. A lot of people might think, oh, but Dee, this happened 3 months ago. Yes, it did. How can you already be talking about it on the internet, honey? I mourned that relationship while I was inside the relationship, you see. I feel like men don't realize this, that if I tell you one thing, I don't like A, B, C, and D, and you say yes, 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 and then you keep doing it. You say yes for now, and then 2 months later you keep doing it. At the end of the day, the papa is gonna be you. Because it's fine. I can't like papa for now, but at the end of the day, the biggest papa is gonna be you. Because there's only so much. Everybody has a breaking point, and I think I reached mine that day that the mamas was disrespecting me and I was being thrown under the bus. So there's that. I'm a single mom. I do not look, being a single mom is an extreme sport. Being a mom is an extreme sport. Being a single mom, whew, I do not recommend. 0 out of 10. But at the same time, it was the best decision for myself and for my child. Like, I only covered this now. another question that might come up when you watch this video might be, but oh, what about the child? You need to stay for the child. There's no such thing. I'm a child, or I grew up in a home where my mother stayed for the kids. First of all, those children that you're staying for, promise you, they are praying that you leave. Like I literally, no jokes, used to pray my parents would get divorced. And then when they told me that they were getting divorced, I went to my, I was not sad. I was so happy. I was freaking jolly. I was skipping back to my room. I was so happy because I was like, oh my gosh, God answered my prayers. And I don't want my child to grow up in a home where he's just like, why are these people even together? Can y'all just separate? Can you leave? So this decision I made was for me, but I definitely know that when I look after myself, I'm looking after my child's mother. Do you understand what I'm saying? When I look after myself, when I make sure that I'm well taken care of, I'm looking after Zion's mom. And if I'm okay, trust Zion is going to be more than okay. When Zion sees that his mom is better in terms of like how her depression was, he's going to be like, fam, took you long enough, you know. So no, there's no such thing as staying for the kids. And like my therapist said, if you stay in this relationship that's not working out for you and you think that you're staying for the kids, you're doing more damage to the child than if you leave. I don't believe in for better for worse. I don't at all. I don't. Till death do us part. Till death do us part. I don't. But that, I'm gonna do another video on that, like my thoughts on marriage and stuff. Like, I don't want to get married. I don't want another man. And I know people are gonna be like, oh, but it's, don't worry, it's just, you need to heal your heart, and after this you're gonna find another man. I don't want that. I don't want a man in my life. I don't want to get married. Count me out. I want to be single forever. I don't want to be living in the same house as a man, because at some point it just felt like I had two children, like this child that is mine, Zion, and then this adult child that I always had to prompt, like, can you please take the trash out, it is overflowing now. It's like having a teenage son that you're just like, Jonathan, I've been telling you to take the trash out. No, I don't want that. I don't want to be mothering another adult. I want to mother my child or children. That is the only person I want to mother. And living with a man in the same house as a man, you become their mother. And they think that's cute. How? How is it cute? How is it cute? How do you want me to be your mother and you also want to sleep with me? Make it make sense. How? You want to have sexual relations with me, but you also want me to act like your mom. The math is not mathing. It really isn't. It actually revolts me, it disgusts me that men think like that. I don't want to be anybody's mom, and I just feel like a lot of men, a lot, more men than not, you become their mom when you move in with them, when you live with them, when you are married to them. So I don't want to do that. I only want to mother minor children that are mine. So yeah, that's it. Single mom. I'm so excited, honestly. If you like, the joy on my face is literally like, it's legitimate. It feels like a weight has been lifted off of my shoulder. I remember after I moved out, I went to see my doctor and we were doing the questionnaire to gauge how my depression is doing, and previously it was on like a 15, then it was like plateauing at 11 or 12. So 15 is like severely depressed, then it plateaued at like 11 or 12, which is like moderate to severe depression. And when it was there, when it was like at 11 or 12, she was like, if it doesn't change, I'm gonna have to change your drugs, I'm gonna have to increase your dosage or even change drugs completely. And I was just like, oh no, what must I do? And so after I moved out, I went, and it went from a 12 to a 7. Okay? And she was like, was your husband was your husband making you depressed? And I was like, somewhat. But yeah, he's not solely responsible, but I will cover that in another video. But I'm happy now, and I can't wait to share so many stuff on the single mom life. My routines in the mornings, taking Zion to school, our bedtime routine. We recently got rid of the dummy. Oh my gosh. Potty training, shopping in terms of like grocery shopping, how I plan our foods as a single parent, what else, what I spend on, what I don't spend on. So much in store. So make sure you're subscribed, and if you're new, welcome. If you're a single mom, come through. This is the place you need to be. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for subscribing, and thanks for the love and the support and everybody that checks on me. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.